And here we are back on that time of the year that we need to start thinking how we are going to decorate our home with lightnings and our Christmas tree. And today I'm going to share with you 7 ideas with Nedis products, which I will share links down below. And hopefully you will get inspired to do on your home with smart lighting. And also I will share with you what we can do with the app to control all these lights. Now, if you are looking for Windows 10 or Windows 11 Home Edition or Pro Edition keys, don't forget to check out Keys Fan, where we can find budget and official OM keys. And with the coupon code, we may get Windows 10 Pro at $7 more or less, and Windows 11 at $13. So just in case you want to check that out, link will be down below. Next to the links of these awesome intelligent LEDs or smart LEDs, which are great, including the Christmas tree. Now, let's start with number 1, which I did put on the pergola outside on my backyard. One thing that will be across all the devices is on the link that I will leave down below, and also on the case. It will give us information of the length of the cable from the socket until the beginning of the lights, and then from the lights until the end. So in this particular case, we have 3 meters from the socket until the lights, and then we have 10 meters of lights. Now, this set in particular has 20 LEDs with 38 lumens, and I did install it on my pergola, a wooden pergola right over there, and it looks really awesome. The installation was easy. I'm working with wood, so let's put some screws, and in a matter of minutes I had my setup running. Really easy. Another thing that I would like to point out on all of them is that I did install these outside, and a couple of others that I will share with you. They have a socket which will help to put everything waterproof. Now, the setup is all waterproof. The socket conjunction, that's the only point that we need to take care that there is no water coming in. But the wires and everything, they have those rubbers to protect, so no issues whatsoever. Now, the second that I did put was, as we can see right over here, 10 meters, 0.8, 3 meters, Wi-Fi smart full string of lights. And this one I put on the front of the house. Now, the way that I did install was with hot glue, so as you can imagine, it took a while to put it, but I do believe that it was worth it because it looks really awesome. The installation was easy, just took time. The electric installation is easy. We just need to connect it to a socket, and that was it. Once I had it installed, I could customize the colors, so you can have an example right over there, and it looks really, really nice. It's RGB 10.8 meters, which looks nice on any balcony, any front of the house. If you want to do drawings around the doors and windows, it will look good as well. So a lot of ideas. Now, next I did put in on a window. Actually, it's the set that I've got here on my tripod right now, which I still have wire on the floor, but that doesn't look that good. Now, this was very easy to install, and I did put it on those windows, and at this moment it's here, but I will put on the windows on the living room because I do believe that it fits better. It has 5 meters with 42 LEDs, and it has 3 meters on the extension for the socket. The installation was quite easy, actually. This one was so easy that was boring, and the advantage is that we have RGB right over here. One that really enjoyed was this one here. It has a 20 meters string. I did put it on the top balcony, and the installation was easy because I just had to put it around the balcony, and in no time I had it ready. It has 20 meters, so it came from one balcony to the other, and then it came to the ground floor, and then I did connect it right over there. It only has white and yellow, but it looks awesome. Talking about looks awesome, this camera that I love, which is the Sony ZV-E10, which we have talked here on the channel a lot, does focus a lot on the lights, that it will not transmit the real image that we see with our eyes. What we see with our eyes usually is this right over here, a bit out of focus, which gives that glare to the lights, and that is awesome, especially on the night, but the camera does not do that. The camera focuses. So what I did was a few experiments, and some of the image that I took with my phone, although the image quality is not so good, will represent a little bit better what we see with our eyes. So just have that in mind when you look at the lights and say, hey, they don't bright that much. No, they do, but the camera does not work the way we want. Now, next I did install on the Christmas tree, and honestly, when I saw the package, I was a bit worried because it says it has 200 LEDs and it has 10 strings of 2 meters each, and I thought, oh, this will be a confusion, but actually was really easy to install. It has a circle on the top which will hang the 10 strings. They come really tight, so it's really easy. What I needed to do was to put that crown on top and then spread the 10 wires and then just unroll them, and that is it. Now, this Christmas tree has about 1.5 meters, but this is meant for bigger trees, and it will look better on bigger trees. Trees with 2 meters or even bigger, because we have 2 meters of string, and it will look really nice. In terms of the effects, there are a lot of effects that we can use. It looks awesome. The colors are white and gold, or warm white, and I do believe that looks really nice on a living room where we want to set up without the RGB, because if we want the RGB, we can use on the Christmas tree this one that is right over here. With 5 meters, it's really easy to just go around the tree, and that is it. But this one, I do believe that it's a little bit more classic. Now, my favorite of all is this one right over here. I did install on one of the balconies. I did use hot glue, so it was, I would say, about 15 to 20 minutes, more or less, to put all over there. Now, we can use it on a balcony, we can use it anywhere that we want. I did decide to glue it on the top part of the balcony, which I thought that would look good, but I didn't thought that would look as good as it does, because it is simply my favorite. It looks awesome. It looks some raindrops, lightning, so just an awesome experience. It has 5 meters with 240 LEDs, and as I said, I cannot stress enough, it is my favorite one. Just looks beautiful. If I had to choose just one out of all of these, this one would be it. Or maybe this one. This one is also really nice. I did put it on the pergola once again. It has 3 meters of length and 3 meters of width. It has 10 strings. Each string has 3 meters, so I did put it on a pergola because my pergola is 3 meters high and I wanted to go exactly to the floor. So that is just a staging area. I will have to figure out, but probably I'm going to put on one of my balconies dropping, which will look a little bit better. But to test it out was awesome, and I was saying that the other one is my favorite. It is, but this one is also capturing my attention because it looks really awesome. It has a lot of effects, some of them called, I think it's the meteor or fireworks, just makes the light to look like it touches the floor, and that's just a great experience. Now let's take a look at the app. The app is Nedis, which probably you already know. It's a smart app. They have a lot of smart gear, cameras and smart doors and things like that, a lot. Today we are just looking at some of the lights so that we have an idea of what we can do. Probably you have seen some examples right over there, but for example, if I go to one of the RGB lamps, one of the things that I can customize is, and I was touching this on the last video that I did record for my Portuguese channel, I can just come here and, for example, I can select if I want individual lamps to light with individual colors. So this is something that we can customize the way that we want. Let's say that I don't want this, I just want, if I go here, I just want to go for a preset, then I have a lot of presets that I can choose from. This one actually is the one at front of the house, so we can have this, or I can press the 3 dots and I can customize the way that I want. In this particular case, it's a wave. You can see that the wave has 2 reds, 2 yellows, 2 blues and 2 reds again. So I can change all this. I can say I can delete, and I can say, okay, I want let's say red, blue, and then I want green, and then I want blue, and then I want green, and then I want purple, something like this. So we can customize everything, and then it says save as. Sorry, I can save as. We can also change the speed of the animation, and we can change the movements to go left or to go right. So this is really awesome, and this is present on all the apps that we have for RGB lamps. Now let's take a look here at the Christmas tree, which is at the back. So if I go to Christmas tree, what I will find is a bit more simple because it only has two colors. So I can select this one right over here, for example, it will start moving. So animations, this one is more soft, I like this one. This one is also interesting. And then we have the slow glow. Probably this is one of my favorites for the Christmas tree because it will stay there without grabbing too much attention, but we know that is there. Then we have the slow fade. This one is actually nice. The chasing flash, it's a lot of psychedelic for me, but there it is, another example. So these are 6 examples of we can get here. Of course, 3 dots means that we can customize. I can increase or decrease the brightness, and I can, let's go save to go outside. One thing that it's really awesome, and I don't have here, but I have on this one, is the timer. The timer is really useful if we want to schedule, for example, as I've got here, at 6 o'clock in the afternoon, it will turn on with a particular set of animation, and then on the 3 o'clock in the morning it will shut down, and this is really cool. So we can set it up on the beginning of December and leave it until the 6th of January or something like that, so that we can don't worry about the time that it starts and the time that it finishes. Curtain, for example, that I've got on a pergola, it also has some really nice effects. I did try all of them, and I was saying probably Meteor or the fireworks is one of my favorites. We can have the different colors, or we can have a mixture of colors. There's also voice control on most of them, so if you have music going around, you don't need to select any, you just need voice control, and it will start flashing with different colors according to that voice control. So this is another awesome feature right over here, and of course we can customize as well a little bit here and there in terms of the colors, in terms of the presets, and so on and so forth. Now, those that are on a balcony, white and gold, as you can see, are very similar to the tree, and all of them that only have 2 colors are very similar. In this particular case, the only difference is that it has more animations right over here, but basically this is it. So in terms of the app itself, we will be able to customize everything. First of all, we have the presets, then we have the option to customize, then we have the option to turn on and to turn off. And if I'm forgetting something, I was watching, for example, right over here, the brightness, we can change all that. Guys, this is it. Hopefully this video is helpful to get some ideas. I imagine that with one of these ideas you will have your own scenario and you will say, hey Robert, I would use that one, but right over here in this particular scenario. And if that's the case, don't forget to leave a comment down below. I love reading your comments, and I will answer as best and as fast as I can. My name is Roberto Jorge, today with the Nedis 7 ideas of smart lamps, smart LEDs for our Christmas. Hope that the video was helpful, and if it was, don't forget the usual thumbs up, which I think that I already asked, so never mind if I did. And as always, I'll see you guys on the next one.